Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market, and look at that, a fairly green day for the stock market on Friday. But the big standout is Coinbase up 8% to $147 per share. And in the last month alone, they're up 50%. So in this video, we're going to dive into Coinbase and we're going to talk about a few other crypto-based stocks. Right now, Bitcoin is headed towards $43,000 per coin. And Coinbase is one of the stocks that's benefiting the most from this bull run on Bitcoin. Okay, year to date, remember, Coinbase is up 304%. Now, some bullish things on Coinbase to look out for is there is a global market for cryptocurrency. It's not just the United States and Canada. There is a global market. Regulatory approval from international regulators will allow Coinbase to expand its operations and increase the footprint globally. Coinbase's partnership with the issuer of USDC, Circle, has allowed them to benefit from the rising interest rates, with interest incoming providing more than 10% of revenue in 2022. Okay, Coinbase has established itself as the leading U.S. cryptocurrency exchange and established a strong reputation with security in an industry filled with risk for traders. And that's where I really like Coinbase, because all these other, sketchy platforms like Binance and FTX and even crypto.com are falling to the wayside, and Coinbase is one of the only regulated exchanges on the New York Stock Exchange. I think it's actually the only regulated cryptocurrency exchange on the New York Stock Exchange. Some bearish things to watch out for. The SEC has accused Coinbase of acting as an unregistered securities exchange, creating a major regulatory and legal uncertainty for the firm. The regulatory landscape and long-term visibility for cryptocurrency remains unclear, with regulators becoming more aggressive in the aftermath of high-profile fraud and failure, FTX. Cryptocurrency markets have historically been deeply cyclical, with long periods of low prices and depressed trading volume. This adds considerable volatility to Coinbase's revenue flow. So this is an extremely risky stock right now. Personally, I like to buy it on the lower side, under $100 per share and even closer to $50 per share. But now that we see Bitcoin on the rise again, there's a good chance that we will see Coinbase going above $200 per share in the next 6 to 12 months, in my opinion. Now, here we have Coinbase's income statement pulled up, and it's a little bit concerning because, as we can see here, we saw profitability for 2020 and 2021, and now we're seeing a huge low with negative 2.6 billion. And that's obviously because cryptocurrency volume has dissipated. We are seeing quarter over quarter, there is some growth coming back into profitability, and it looks like they actually have reported a positive earning quarter on net income, or are very close to it. So keep an eye on Coinbase, because they are probably going to be reporting a good quarter next quarter. Now, if we go to the total revenue, we can actually see that quarter over quarter, not much growth going on, even with the increased trading volume in Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think we're still in the beginning stages of this bull run for cryptocurrency. So as it continues, we could definitely see the total revenue and net income increase. As of right now, we're not really seeing that. So the total revenue and the net income is not growing as fast as the share price of Coinbase, which is just one concerning thing to be looking out for. If we scroll down to the balance sheet, that's when it becomes very concerning, because there's 95% debt to asset ratios. And if you follow the channel for a long time, you know that we typically never look at balance sheets this bad. We typically see that liability closer to around 60% or 50%. So for their liabilities to be just as high as their assets are, that's another huge red flag for Coinbase, in my opinion. So now here's an interesting article I ran into: Coinbase versus Riot stock. Which crypto stock is the better Bye. Here we see Coinbase operates the largest cryptocurrency exchange platform in the US by trading volume, while Riot Platforms is a Bitcoin mining and digital infrastructure company. Shares of Coinbase have soared 66% over the last 3 months and 307% year to date. Meanwhile, Riot Platform stock is up a comparable 333% year to date, including a 35% gain over the last 3 months. Coinbase and Riot platforms' similar year-to-date gains demonstrate how they're both linked to Bitcoin, which is up 67% over the last 3 months alone, almost exactly matching Coinbase's 3-month gain, while meanwhile, the cryptocurrency is up 164% year-to-date, Bitcoin. A closer look at Coinbase and Riot platforms is in order to determine which cryptocurrency stock is better. However, since they address the market from two different angles and neither company is profitable, a comparison of their valuations may be less useful than a comparison of other factors discussed below. So what is the price target for Coinbase? Coinbase stock holds a consensus rating of analysts. 7 different analysts, 6 say hold, 7 say sell, rating assigned over the last 3 months alone, and a $95 price target over the next 12 months on average. Coinbase stock implies a 29% downside if you're taking what analysts have to say into consideration. Okay, now let's move on to Riot platforms. While Coinbase is certainly tied to fluctuations in the Bitcoin price as a Bitcoin miner, Riot platform is even more closely tied to it. In fact, Riot Platform's business model as a miner rather than a cryptocurrency exchange has provided some additional positive catalysts for its stock price. Thus, a bullish view may be appropriate. There's no denying that Riot Platforms has reported some exciting news recently. In fact, its November production and operations update revealed some real promise for the company's future. Riot Platforms reported that it produced 18.4 Bitcoins per day last month versus the 14.8 in October and 17.4 in November of 2022. Of course, Bitcoin also rose last month, boosting the average net price per Bitcoin sold to $36,000 per coin in November from $28,000 in October and $18,000 per coin profit in November 22. Meanwhile, the company's dependency on power credits, which is received from the utility companies for shutting down during peak electricity demand periods, has decreased considerably. In fact, the number of power credits used fell 77% since October, and it was up only 1% year over year. Looking forward to the next halving event for Bitcoin is expected in early 2024, which slashes the payout to miners in half. In the last 3 halving events, the price of Bitcoin spiked due to a sudden shift in supply and demand, the balance. So that could happen again in early 2024. So be ready for that. Okay, it could skyrocket the price of Bitcoin once again. Leading up to the next halving event, Riot Platforms continues to deploy more miners, with its November rig count up 6% month over month, 56% year over year. Thus, the company looks well positioned to benefit enormously from the next halving event, especially as it continues to deploy more miners. Unfortunately, Bitcoin miners have extraordinary high costs associated with bringing more miners online and replacing those that wear out. As a result, Riot Platform has never been profitable. Generally, analysts seem to expect the company to record profits its final loss in 2024 and generate $160 million in profits in 2025. That's, depending on the price of Bitcoin. So it's super speculative and extremely risky also. But if that does happen, Riot Platform stock will likely soar. The company's net income margin has improved to negative 110% over the last 12 months, although the worsened dramatically from 7.2 negative in 2021 to negative 196.6 in 2022. Thus, this situation requires careful monitoring for a worsening of Riot Platform's financial position, but for now, more upside seems likely in 2024 due to the Bitcoin halving. In fact, the stock is up already 773% over the last 5 years, so it certainly is a long-term gainer for investors who can stomach the extreme volatility. Okay, Riot Platforms. What does analysts have to say about Riot Platforms? Right now, it has 7 buys, 0 holds, and 1 sells coming from analysts assigned over the last 3 months. It has a $16 price target on Riot Platforms, according to analysts, which implies still an 8% upside over the next 12 months. Okay, and if the Bitcoin halving happens, which it will, that's going to be extremely bullish for Riot Platforms, and analysts might not have taken that into consideration just yet. So the conclusion, while Coinbase and Riot Platforms have both benefited from soaring Bitcoin prices this year, their different business models and other factors reveal a clear winner, at least for now. Unfortunately, Coinbase has faced significant selling pressures from insiders and at least one long-term crypto bull, all of whom are probably taking profits after the stock's meteoric rise this year. However, there are enough other positive catalysts for Riot Platforms that make it a clear winner of this pairing, including upcoming Bitcoin halving, its steadily rising mining count, and its excellent November operational report. So as always, I hope you guys really appreciate that video. Here, the daily stock market on Instagram is your hub for everything involved with the stock market. Now 219,000 followers, 860 posts. Make sure you follow the daily cryptocurrency. Also, my other page, that's your hub for everything cryptocurrency. Now 120,000 followers and 564 posts. So make sure you're following over there, the daily cryptocurrency, if you're not already. Bitcoin can definitely keep going higher. It's super exciting times. We're up 156% this year alone. And at the beginning of the year, remember, Bitcoin was closer to $16,000. We're up 156%, and we're closer to $43,000 per coin now. So drop a follow there. I'm also going to be opening up a cryptocurrency Discord. So if you're looking for a cryptocurrency family and a group chat and signals, what to buy, when to buy, follow me there. Message me at the Daily Cryptocurrency if you want the link and if you want to be one of the first people in the Discord when it opens up. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Share this video with a friend. I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.